ଯେତେବେଳେ ଟାଇମ ପାଇବ ଯେତିକି ବି ଇଣ୍ଟେଲିଜେଣ୍ଟ ଆମେ ଏଯାଏ ଏକ୍ଜିକ୍ୟୁଟ କଲେଣି ଆରଡିଡି ହଉ ଡେଟା ଫ୍ରେମ ହଉ ହ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡସନ୍ କରିନବ ଇଜିଲି ଜିନିଷ ଗୁଡା ମନେ ରହିଯିବ ଯଦି ହ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡସନ୍ କରୁନ ୟୁ ଆର୍ ଟ୍ରାଇଙ୍ଗ ଟୁ ରିମେମ୍ବର ଦେନ୍ ଡିଫିକଲ୍ଟ ହବ ଜିନିଷ ଗୁଡା ମୋ ପାଇଁ ବି ତମାନେ ଜାଣିଛ ଏଇଟା ମୋ ଫର୍ଷ୍ଟ ବ୍ୟାଚ୍ ଏଣ୍ଡ ସ୍ପାର୍କ ଜାଣିଲା ପରେ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କଲି ମୋ ପାଇଁ ବି ମୁଁ ଯେ ଯାଏ ହ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡସନ୍ କରିନଥିଲି ଜିନିଷଟା ଡିଫିକଲ୍ଟ ଥିଲା ମୋ ପାଇଁ ଆଉ ମୁଁ ଛୋଟ ମୋଟ ମିଷ୍ଟେକ୍ ବି କରୁଛି ଏବେ ବି କରୁଛି କରୁ ବି ଥିଲି ଓକେ ଲେଟ୍ ମି କପି ଇଟ୍
ହଁ ଭାଇ ନାନୀ ମୁଁ ଏଇ ୱିକ୍ ରେ ହିଁ ପଠେଇଦବୁ ସବୁ ସ୍କ୍ରିନଶଟ୍ସ।
ନା ଠିକ ଅଛି ବଟ୍ କିଛି ଡିଫିକଲ୍ଟ ଜିନିଷ ନୁହଁ ଇଜି ଏଟା
ହଁ
ଖାଲି ଖାଲି ଥିଙ୍ଗ ଇଜ ପ୍ରାକ୍ଟିସ ନ କଲେ ଭୁଲିଯିବ ଜିନିଷ ଗୁଡା ମନେ
ବୁଝିଛି।
ରହିବନି ଥରେ
ଠିକ ଭାଇ।
ଦୁଇଥର ଲେଖିଦେଲେ ୱାନ୍ସ ଥରେ ଦୁଇଥର ଟାଇପ କରିଦେଲେ ମାନେ ମନେ ରହିଯିବ ଜୀବନ ସାରା ସେ ଜିନିଷ ଗୁଡା ଓକେ ଲେଟ୍ ମି ପେଷ୍ଟ ଇଟ୍ ଦରକାର ଦରକାର let me run this file. Okay, perfect. Last time, choose this, choose this. Okay, last time I'm filtering two column or condition. Okay. କହିଥିଲି in operator ବିଷୟ right? Okay, requirement ଯଦି ଥିବ କି for example requirement ଯଦି ଥିବ exercise ଆଉ gymnastics both category ର part ଥିବେ ସେଇ ଡେଟା ଫ୍ରେମ୍ ମୋତେ ଦରକାର category ର both ସେମାନେ ଥିବେ ଦୁଇଟା ଯାକ part ଥିବେ exercise ଆଉ gymnastics let's try that. This is multi-filter multi-filter in operator is equal to df dot filter dot filter requirement filter को बैठे देखिए print this is my table and what I am trying to do is I am trying to do a filter in category filter in category column where exercise exercise how people gymnastics. So expected result 5 rows. Understandable? Expected result 5 rows. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me write it. Team sports ही ରହିବନି बाकी ପାଞ୍ଚଟା ରହିବ. That is in operator. Let me type it. Df df filter what trying to filter category in category in start bracket close category in exercise is comma gymnastics. Very simple command. Once you start practicing it, all these operators, all these functions, you will get used to it. Okay, let me see. Let me write the print statement. Using new operator. Okay, this is here I'm storing. This is my filter value. What I'm filtering category in category. What should be there? Exercise in gymnastics. All good. Let me show it. Dot in dot show. Okay, let's run this. The filter category and exercise. All good. All good. Non-filter. Fine. This is super model filter exercise gymnastics. Did I miss something? Okay, I have missed it. I missed the inverted comma. Okay, apostrophe is all good. Let me run it. Okay, the desired result I can see. The fourth row is not there anymore. Perfect. We wanted only gymnastics and exercise rows, which is in category. Go from the last. Gymnastics and exercise in category. Go from the last. Gymnastics and exercise in category. That is what I wanted and I got the desired result. Okay, then the next one. Let this the next one not in using not in same thing using not in exactly same thing. What do you expect in the result? Filter filter not in category. Gymnastic and exercise will not be in category. Then which row do you want? Which record will pop up? Fourth one,
Fourth,
right?
team fourth.
Exactly. Let's write that one. Control C. Filter using not in operator. Same thing here. I'll just write not in. See exactly the way you write English sentences. It's very simple. It's that easy to remember the things. But yes, I'm telling you, till then you are not using your fingers on your keyboard. If you are not typing the codes, then it will be difficult to remember. Once you start typing, you will remember how the commands are being written. Okay, this is not in. This is not in. Okay, not so. Let me run this. Okay, I can see the desired output. All good till now. Now we'll see one more thing. Till now we are just targeting the columns. Now I'll target, I mean, columns and the full detail of the data which is sitting. Now I will target, if you understand contents, I will target something. Now let me write it. Write it. Filter, filter rows in product column contains gymnastic. Okay. Now you tell me which two column will I see? Which two column I'll see if this is my requirement. I am going back to paint. Come on. Okay, this is the third one. Here we are doing the filter. We have format filter here now. Okay, this is my requirement. Filter rows in product column contains gymnastic. Now you try to understand what is this mean. Contains is a kind of subset. It can be a prefix added to it. It can be a suffix added to it. If I'll write ABC gymnastics, it will pick up. G has to be G has to be big. Okay. It will take this result also. If I'll write gymnastics A, B, C, even this result also it will pick. Now you tell me how many rows are you are going to see if we'll do this filter, contents filter.
Two rows, one
Exactly
and three.
1 and 3. I mean 0th and 1. Okay, 1 and 3 row. Yeah.
Yes,
Uh,
zero.
for here I did 0. Fine. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. See here you'll see something new. What I are doing, it's a kind of like, we call it like in Python or Spark, we call it like operator. We will see like filter, like filter is equal to df dot filter. Come on, is my internet stable? df dot filter, df dot filter. Now I will write what I am going to do. Which column? Product column. Like operator. Like operator. Remember. Here I have to write gymnastics. Now I will do something. See here. Anything can be a prefix, anything can be a suffix. This is how you write it. Got my point? The ampersand I used, that means anything can be added to gymnastic, anything added before, added after. Pick those things which contains it. Suffix, prefix doesn't matter. If gymnastics, this particular line of word is there, these letters are there, then pick that row. This is how it looks. Then I have to close it. Done. Let me wait. Back at start. This is how Like filter, like filter can see or then closed. Done. Product like gymnastics. Okay, let's run it. Like dot show. Okay, all good. Let me write it. Expected two rows. Gymnastics, gymnastics pro. That two rows will come. In gymnastics pro, both gymnastics word is there. Okay, I can see those two rows. Done. Now we'll switch to null operator. Okay. Filter hashtag filter rows, filter rows where product is not. Okay. Product is null. Okay. This is filter, filter. Null means there is nothing. Okay. Let me show you. Let me show you. Filter rows where product is null. Let me go back to paint. There is a difference when there is a difference between these two. Between null or null or these both are same. These both are same. That means nothing, empty, nothing is there. And this is different. This is an empty string. There is a difference. You understand? This is an empty string. If something you are keeping like this is an empty string. If there is null or non written, then you understand there is nothing, no data setting there, nothing is there. But this is an empty string. Understanding that way. Now I'm filtering null where the product value is not there, nothing has been mentioned. Then that bring that row. I mean, the requirement is to get that row in our console. So the fifth row will come up. I am filtering in product. Let me write down filter product with null, null or non anything. Okay, now we should see only 0005 ID row. Okay, let me write it. Df dot let me give. I can directly show you. I do not want to assign again and again a variable to it. Df dot filter. Df dot filter. Which column? Product column. Product is null. Then dot show. Okay. I am expecting only fifth row. Okay, product is null. It is showing me nothing. It picked that row, but it is showing nothing. Okay. प्रभु तू गेस कर पारछु कौन पाई एमती बिहेव कला ही
ନଲଟା ଇନଭର୍ଟର କମର ରହିବ ବୋଧେ ଭାଇ।
कौन टा
ନଲଟା ଇନଭର୍ଟର କମର ରହିବ ବୋଧେ।
नहीं सेटा किसी वैल्यू नहीं ना देयर इज नो वैल्यू देयर इज
ଓକେ।
डिफरेंस null inverted comma but null set नहीं ना non हमें रखी चाहिए but non is even
ହୁଁ।
nothing is there I do not think it will give the same result let's see it now it is considering a string and of course there is nothing so it will not the I mean the logic which we have written here it will not work see it has thrown error just because there is no null string there okay let me write none if I have taken none as a string I think none I have taken as a string. Okay, that means nothing is there. SQL product is product is non. This is it's throwing the error non spelling. Okay, no any. It's in caps. If it's a string, non is a string, it should have shown the that row. It's what is doing. License pass question. External input non expecting and line one person SQL product is non. Logically, how it is working? Non means I definitely there is nothing. Have I written something? Okay, there is a string also is non. Okay, non is a string. Then okay, here it will not work in this way. Here it will work.
Can you try is null, मतलब capital IS and then NULL?
Capital I yes, but I have entered this as a string here. See, I have entered
Oh,
this as a string, then I have to use the where operator. Where operator, that's what we used, right? Yesterday. If this will work, well,
Equal to none.
yeah, category equal to none. Where category equal to none, that will work perfectly. But okay, then this is a string. If there is nothing inside this, no value, let me do it. Let me do that. Let's keep it empty.
you can give only null.
Yeah, null I want to keep it. Okay, now it will now change me. Let me change me.
Is null.
Sorry, not here, not here. To see my current data frame. Okay. Why it is 61 for then set reference. Okay, now it's it is no. line 21, 71, okay, change something in 71, and you did category product.
ମାନେ ନନ୍ ନେବାକୁ ପଡିବ, only ନନ୍ without string.
Understood.
It says string, it will take it as a string.
I'm keeping it non. Okay, working fine. Okay, I can see that. Done. So when you are creating the data frame, if you have mentioned something, the column is a string type column. This product column is string type. If you don't want to mention anything, if the product is empty, you have to write none. That is, nothing is there. But in your programming language, you have to execute this one, null. Okay, we will execute the same thing using the not operator. Control C. You see the output, right? Which the desired output we can see here. Okay, we'll see the next one. Not null. Here is not product is not null. Then except that except fifth row, I should see everything appearing. Till 4, I will see. Till here, I will see. Let me run it. Variable for this null filter is not. Okay. Okay, I can see the fifth one. It's not there. Sixth one skipped, and all those 4 I can see. Filter is not null. Only that means ignore that row which is having null, and that is exactly the same, isn't it? The English meaning is same. Product is not null. There is something in the product column. So show me those rows, show me those records. That we did. Then we'll see. Okay, not equal to left. Using not equal to. Not equal to. Not equal to. Okay, now let's see. We are dealing with product column. Okay, let's see. Okay, here there are 3 exercise I can keep. Okay, where category is not equal to exercise. What is the expected result? What do you think would will come? Again, I'm saying it. Category is not equal to exercise. Category is not equal to exercise. Which rows you expect? This is your data frame. This is your data frame. Category is not equal to exercise. Which rows you will see in the output? Last 3, right? Category not equal to exercise means category, if category is equal to exercise, then these 3 will come. If category is not equal to exercise, then these 3 will come. In category column, in these 3 rows, there is no exercise. Okay, let's write it. You understood, right? Okay,
Oh,
okay, let me do the same thing. Df dot filter. vector filter, double quotes, category. Category is my column name. I'm using not equal to operator, not equal to exercise. Ex- This is our okay. Category not equal to exercise. You keep it mind always whenever you are writing in a string, you have to keep it in inverted commas. Category is not equal to exercise, then we should see these three rows. Let me print it. Okay. Okay, I can see those three columns where category is not exercise. Okay, we are almost done with all those DSL filters. Now we'll go. Now we'll start a new topic, which is Spark expressions. Now we'll see. Till now we are dealing with one column or two column. Now till now it's very straightforward thing, just filtering thing. All our filters till now we have used all our filters. Okay, now we'll go, we will touch expressions. Till now, everything is filter. Yeah. Yesterday class, everything. Okay, here there is one type which I showed in which was in SQL and I showed it in DSL. Then everything we used filter. I was using filter function till now. From now, we'll see expressions. Let me create a new file. File. Copy that last one. Data frame DSL. Copy it. Okay, my data frame is this. Now I want to use Spark expressions. Let me write the requirement. Very simple, very easy. Just need practice. Just need practice. Nothing else. Very easy. Easier than your high school syllabus. But yeah, you need to do the practice. And then only you will remember those functions, how to filter it, how to, if some scenario is given, how to understand that scenario and what are the operations you want to do on that scenario, that logical thinking. Then these codes, these functions, these operators will come in picture. If you have done the practice for each operator, how to do it, then only you can, you can imagine how you will get to the end of the scenario. You will get the results. Okay, now let me write Spark expressions. This is a whole new topic. Expressions. Okay. Okay, the requirement, let me write it first. The requirement is, where is my data frame? So my requirement is, understand the requirement. My requirement is this category column. I want everything in category column in, this is camel case, right? What do you call it? This is camel case, right? Yeah, in it. Camel case, yeah. I want everything in uppercase. I want category whole column, everything sitting in category column in uppercase. You understood the requirement? Camel case, I think it's camel case, right? Yeah. Camel case to uppercase. To uppercase. Which column? Category column. Category column. This is my requirement. Okay. Now, how you would have done that via SQL? Stack category column, requirement is category column in uppercase. We are just trying to process different things in your data frame. Once you get the data frame, there will be a lot of scenarios which come in picture. We are just learning one by one. We are processing the data frame. Now I want to process that category column, which is in camel case. I want all the data sitting inside category column in uppercase. Category column in uppercase. Okay. MySQL. If I would have used SQL, then I have to, first thing I have to give the data frame a name. Okay. Now df dot create replace name view, give the data frame name, same I'm keeping as df, done. In SQL, remember in SQL, if you want to process a data frame, first thing you have to give the name to the table. You have to give the name to the table. Let me run it. Okay, let me run so you can see the data frame properly. Okay, it's running the last five. Okay, this is my data frame. If I want to process it using SQL, then I have to SQL queries, then I have to give it a name. This table I have to give a name that I have given here. This is the method used to give the name to a data frame. I have given the name as df. Then what would I have done here if I want to process that particular column in express in uppercase? Spark dot SQL. Then my query will start. Select ID. What is from ID? Okay, I can see here T date. ID date, yeah. ID date, then comes amount, then the next column comes category. Here I would have used, this is a part of SQL query. This is a SQL query. This I would have done upper, category I have done upper. That's not right now. I will do it later. Then my next one is product. Next one is spend by. Spend by from from. What is the name of my DF I've given, right? DF. From DF, this is my table. Select code query, upper category, product spend by from df.so. Okay. I have written the SQL query. Let me now run it. Okay. Ignore this. I'll tell you. Ignore this one. Now you see the category column is in uppercase now. This particular column, category column, is now everything is in uppercase now. Is in uppercase, right?
Oh, yes.
So the only thing here, it has changed the column name. What you'll do, you just put simple English. Simple English as category. It will rename it. Let's see. Okay, done. That upper category is no more there as we have renamed it as category, but we tried to make it in uppercase. This is how you write your SQL query. I think I haven't given you SQL videos till now. I told you to go through Lead Code, HackerRank. Those two websites are best, but yeah, yesterday I didn't get time. There were some family things and the second batch things, so I didn't get time. But today, for second batch serialization, I'm going to cover today, so I will have enough time. I'll work on those videos. I will see those SQL videos which is in YouTube. I'll share those links with you. SQL is very, very important. You have to practice, start practice from now. I'll tell you after this, they are max to max 4 classes. Or if it is extended, maybe 5. That means after 2 weeks, we are preparing resume. In 2 weeks, you have to learn Python basics. In 2 weeks, you have to learn SQL. Ignore those first phase thing. Ignore. Totally ignore. Hadoop 2.0, Scoop, Hive, everything you ignore, I will give you. I will prepare, document, and give you the interview questions which are going to be asked. But yeah, if you want to know the architecture part, then you have to go and see those videos. Architecture part, if you want, I can take another class. I will cover the whole thing from start to end, how Hadoop 1.2, architecture of Hadoop 1.0, 2.0, then Scoop tool, then serialization, then different types of serialized type of formats. Then we have seen Hive. Everything I can cover in one class as a recap. Ignore that part. Full focus. Your utmost focus will be on SQL and Python. That basics you have to learn. These are all we are doing. This is Python language only. Whatever I'm writing, that is in Python only. But I'm using the functions of Spark. The Spark which we installed framework, I am using those functions. But in real Python, you will see how to create a list, how to map something, what is a tuple, everything. Those basics are important. I'll share those two videos. But yes, after 2 weeks, then I think May 1 is holiday. May 1 is May Day. Yeah. This one is holiday means we have 25, 26, then 2, 3. This Friday, I will try my best to do that end-to-end pipeline. So I can show you in the next class end-to-end pipeline. If any interview comes in between those days, those 6 to 7 days, of course it will take time. We have to prepare resume. Then as I told you, you have to get a new SIM, new Naukri profile, everything new. And then we have to do a one end-to-end pipeline. I have to show you properly. I think I will use Airflow. Okay, I'll see that thing for how I can show you. But yes, I will sit today after this class is over. I'll sit and give you those SQL Python videos. In these 2 weeks, SQL will take mostly uh, 2 to 3 hours max. But Python, it will take time. Python, if you are giving every day 1 hour, it will take around 8 to 10 days. Okay, let's come to the topic. Okay, we have achieved it. Now, this is our SQL way. This is how we have achieved it. We have achieved it in SQL way. Okay, now let's do that in DSL. I have just given the name, doesn't matter. Okay, let's see how we can process the same thing in DSL. See why DSL is widely used in Spark, why DSL is that much famous. The thing is, you will find 90% people will be using DSL and 10% people you will see they are using SQL. Both are same. The performance is same. Behind it, the catalyst optimizer, which I tell the engine which works. Performance is same. But if someone is very well trained, the last 5, 6 years, he or she has been using SQL, then that command, I mean, she or he is having that command in SQL, then they might not prefer learning DSL, but DSL is very easy. See how I am doing everything. We will see some expressions in DSL now. Let me give it a name first. Process TF. Process TF is equal to TF dot select. TF dot select. Start. Let me keep everything in new line. Okay. First thing is our ID, right? First column is ID. Selecting df.select ID. Then the next one is tdate. Copy this first. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. ID, tdate. Then the next one is tdate. Then the next one is amount, category, product, spent by. Amount. Category. I can write it in single line, but there is one thing which I am going to do. That is the only reason I am writing it in number of lines. Category, then product, then spent by. Spent by. Okay, all good. Yeah. Okay. IT category, ID, date, perfect, then amount, then category, then product, then spend by, perfect. The 6 columns I have selected. The way here I have selected all the columns, but I only needed this column, only needed category column to be in uppercase. We'll see how we can do that in DSL. Here it's a DSL. I am writing the code in DSL. Select. I have selected all the columns, but I want to I want to process this column. I want to process this column. Same, exactly same thing, exactly same way we can do it. Upper category. Okay. Upper category. Right. I haven't used, so let me here use proc df is my variable dot is, let me do a print here. Processing in SQL. Okay, all good. This is processing in DSL. Processing in DSL. Okay. Excuse me. Well, let me run it. Let me run the code. DSL, what happened? Like, for category given input columns, you want to category date, it is cannot reach up. Okay, okay, I got it. Okay, let me first print it, then we will do that. Let me first print it. I understood what is the mistake. Let me first print it. Let me first print it in DSL. The data frame. Written by left, object, okay. Cannot resolve category product given input. Category product. Session to category product. I missed a comma. Come on. No, it should work. Okay, let's run it. Okay, I have to use expressal. I haven't used that. All good. Yes, run this. Okay, you can now see this is your SQL table. SQL table, and we did the uppercasing, right? Now this is my DSL table. For DSL table, I do not need to name anything. But here the expression comes that we call it expression. When you call it in SQL, you call it query. In DSL, you call it expressions. Now I will do that. Upper category, upper category is category. This will work, but I have to give expression. Select expression. It's okay. Done, done, done. Let me run now. Let me run. Okay, we achieved CC here, processing in DSL. We achieved that using DSL. Quite similar, quite exactly similar, but this time we are using expression IEM targeting category column and uppercase. It worked. Again, the same issue. Then again, you have to write the same thing. Same thing you have to write as category. It will show you category. The name will be changed. This is your select expression, which is DSL. We call it like DSL expressions or Spark expressions. It exactly looks like SQL. The same SQL thing will work, but here the advantage I will tell you. What is the advantage? Now it got changed. DSL, you can see it. Okay. Now let's take where is integer. Okay. Let's take my next requirement is I want to add 100 to this column. 200 plus 100, 300 plus 100, 100 plus 100, 100 plus 100, 300 plus 100. You understood the requirement? I want to, this is first requirement. I want to add 100 to amount column. This is my requirement, and now I am switching to, now I am using expression, Spark expression. Now see how simple it is. Amount 100. This is done, and as amount. Amount spelling perfect. Amount plus 100 is amount. Okay. I will not to give any square bracket here. Looks good. Let me run it. Simple. The command is very simple in English line. Normally, if once you write it, it will solve you. See, it got added, right? Do you want me to create one by one, or can I create in a single one? First thing I have done, I did some processing on category column. Now I'm doing some processing on amount column. If you want, I can do that individually. Okay, let me do that individually. Okay, this is first one. Column category in uppercase, process tf dot show. Then we are processing. Add 100 to amount column. Add 100 to amount column. Here, let me do a print statement. Print category column processed. Okay, done. Let me use the same print here. Control C. Processing this is fine. Okay. Amount column plus 100. Will it be better if I'll keep this print? Okay, I'm showing it. Okay, fine. Amount column plus 100. Amount plus 100. Okay. Processing in DSL, add 100 to amount
Missed the
column.
bracket in print.
Yeah, I missed it. Okay. Now it looks good. Let me do it.
Category column process print also.
Yes. Okay. All good. Let me run it.
Comma ପୂର୍ବରୁ
Syntax error, unmatched. No, it's good. Okay, amount plus 100. We got the desired result. The date. No. I haven't done that yet. I have just given the average category. Amount plus 100 is amount. Okay, now my expression process is complete. Second thing I have done, added 100 to amount column. Okay, amount plus 100, perfectly fine. Previously it was 200, added 100, 300. Previously it was 300, added 100, 400. Okay, now we have processed the second column, adding something. Let's see another scenario now. Let's do some kind of concatenation. Control V. Okay, let's concatenate product column. Concatenate product column. Add concat tilde colon to product column. Okay, processing in DSL, absolutely fine. Now, product column, I have to do the concatenation. Concat static product comma is my concatenation is 7. Now I'll close it. It's product. So what I'm doing right now is I am concatenating Salon with this product column, only product column, concatenate Salon to product column. I'm doing that in product column. Let me write the requirement in paint. I think this is clear here. What I'm doing is I'm concatenating this Talon word. This particular word I am joining with this product column. Gymnastics Pro, weightlifting, Gymnastics Pro, rings, field, then null. Here I am doing the concatenation. Okay, let me do that. Category, Salon, yes, product. My expression is perfectly fine. And now I use something. I have to change this on cancel. Contact product with. Okay. Here dot so. Did I miss anything? No, no, no. Okay, let's run it. It's something I missed. Who's converted from none? Sudden given people column someone category ID products span by to date. Line 1 position 16. Position 2 page amount 134 upper categories category. Then do something wrong. That is perfectly fine. Okay. Here is the mistake. Okay. Now I am concatenating this string with product. Okay. Product column will come here. Then the string will be added to each one. Then print it. Let's see. Okay. Achieved. You can see, right?
Okay.
There must be a question. There must be a question why there is nothing here, why it is not added. This is not even a string. If it is an empty string also, there will be two apostrophe commas without any data inside it, anything inside it. Then it will consider as a string. This is string to string concatenation. This field is null. So nothing is there. It cannot join anything. If it is an empty string, then only it can join silent. If nothing is there, how it will join? It's nothing only. You understood the concept? There is a difference which I told you here, There is a difference between null and this. This is an empty string. If I'll keep this, if the data is like this there, then it will add silent. But there is nothing inside, nothing. It cannot add a string to nothing. Okay. If there is an empty string, it would have been added. It would have been got added. Okay. I'll switch to here. Looks perfectly fine. We processed three columns, amount, category, product. Okay. Let's see the next expression. Let me copy. Let's do some casting. Just a guess. Do you think what kind of type ID holds? What the type of data ID holds? Is it integer, string, or
Okay.
Integer.
who told integer? So
Yes, भाई बोलिए।
Okay. Viswa, it is not integer. It is string. Integer starts from 0, 1, 2, 3. Integer will look something like this. Integer will never, integer, if you are writing some integer, it will look something like this. If something is this is not
हाँ,
integer. This is a string. Okay, now we want to convert, and I will show you the type also. Let me show you the type. Here, while creating the data frame, this is string type. ID is string type. You can see here. There are inverted commas from start and end. This is string type. If I would have written it ID int, this is int type. Understood? But it is string type. This is a string. ID is a string. Now what we will do, we'll convert that to an integer. So my expected output, the expected output which I am expecting is, it will come like this, till 5, from 0 till 5. It will come something like this. The first column, ID column, will come something like this ID column. Okay, let's do that casting. Okay, cast ID column to from string to integer. Integer. Okay. Now expression ID is there. Done. I have to give the name. It is integer. Is ID. ID is integer. Is ID. Looks good. Everything is perfect. Let's run this. When if two, this thing I have to change the last bit. Cascade ID string to integer type. Let's run it. Again something I did wrong here. Okay, I missed the main part of it. Come on, cast. Now it's the cast. Then ID is integer is ID. Cast column ID is integer ID. Perfect. Okay, now see your ID column. See that ID column. It converted to integer. Biswa, বুঝিপারছো? বুঝিপারলু? দেখ কেমতে লেখা হচ্ছে, কমান্ড কেমতে লেখা হচ্ছে, দেখ এক্সপ্রেশন কেমতে লেখা হচ্ছে। Cast it id first column name, whatever you do, first column name will come. You see all the expressions. I am giving you some hints so you can catch it. First column name, here id, here amount come in picture, but the way they write it different, but you have to practice it to know. Here column name category, here the column name came first. Then what you want to do it, I want to add a string, so you have to keep it in inverted commas. I want keep it upper category. I have to use this upper word. I want to add. This is very simple. Plus 100 as amount. Fine. Now I want to cast it. I have to write it this way. Cast ID is my column is integer. Then give the column name as ID. Done. Now which one is left?
Good.
Which one is left? Okay, something we'll do with the date. Let's okay, now let me write the requirement.
That format change हो
कौन टा
that format change करिया
हाँ
MMDD
uh, that will keep only, you see, uh, we can easily do it by splitting it if my requirement is only here. If my don't get into that, if there in next time there are a lot of functions will come which will be a headache for you. It comes from Unix time, then Unix timestamp, a lot of methods are there for date. uh, let's keep it. I am doing a simple operation. We'll see the advanced things in next classes. I'm just showing you what are the expressions we can do in DSL. These are the expressions we have done till now. Cell I is into integer. Okay, let's t date process t date column only in year. I'm going with simple processing, but we'll see there will be a lot of, if I'll change the date format, then I have to bring Unix timestamp, then Unix time, then date. A lot of things are there. A lot of functions will come in picture. You will get confused. I am not going to go there. We'll see in our future class. You'll see the advanced version of these expressions. Then aggregation will come next week. Aggregation, yeah, expressions. I kind of the basic things I will finish today. Almost there, in the last part of it. So let me process the date. What I want to do with it, I want to convert this whole thing. Only year I want. I do not want the date and month. Process t date column only in year. Okay. Processing in DSL, DSL expression, cast happen. Okay, now let me do it. Now, if you remember, we have done the splitting part, right? In starting days, in RDD, if you remember, we have done the splitting part. You can easily do it that way. If you remember our first read, this one, have I used split here? X dot split. Here I have splitted all the data by comma. Now taking that as an example, how can I split the data? With this hyphen, I can split every single thing here, every single element here, which is in date. One is date, one is month, one is date, one is year. I can split and I can target that index number. Understood? Indexing, you remember 0, 1, the day
Yes, sir.
yeah, 0th, 1 second. Okay. Now we will do that. Let me go to state. Okay. Now split and splitting t date with what? Splitting t date with what? With hyphen. Hyphen is the thing with which we can split it. Okay, I have done the split, then I will, okay, done the split, then index number I have to give. Index is 0, 1, 2. What is the index for year? So what is the index for year? This is your 0th. 6 will be your 0th. Now we have splitted it. 6 is different. 6/26, 2018. Let me show you. This is 6/26, 2018. Now I want to split the data with what? Split with this one. Split with hyphen. Hyphen is the thing joining. this whole thing. I want to split it. Hyphen is the thing joining 626 with 2018, and now I want to split it. So what I will, if one side I will split it, this will be 06, then another element I will get 26, then another I will get 2018. Then this is our 0th index. This is our second element, which is first index number. This is 0th. Oh, आवाज कटुची रे तो आवाज कटुची 0 this is
second index ରହିବ ବୋଧେ
perfect this is second index, so that's why I have written 2. Where is that split date? This is 2 close as I am converting the date to year. Done. I think I missed a comma, or I have comma is there. Okay, I have to remove that. Yes, still it is showing some error. Am I doing anything wrong? I'm doing anything wrong. Split spelling T date is fine. This is your splitting.
Missed one inverted, double inverted in last.
Okay, yeah. All good. Now let me run it. Process T date column only in year. I am taking the second index. I have changed the column name to year. Cascade. This one is changing T date or to only year. Let me run it. Okay. Now you can see, okay, there is something. Okay, no. ID is perfect. Here you can see 2018. Only year has come up where it was previously T date. We have processed date column 2. Now let's, okay, spend is there. I think I've covered everything. Now let's do something. Let's add a column. Add a column with reference to spend by. My requirement is where is spent? My requirement is if spend by column I'm taking into account spend by column. This is the column. If it is cash, then put 0. If else keep it 1. You understood my requirement? I am creating another column name. Let me write. Let's write it. Create another column as status. This kind of scenario might come in your day-to-day data engineering life. It might come when you want to see you want to filter out one column which is having millions of data. One column, there are sitting millions of data, and there are some rows which are having values null or some corrupted data or something else is sitting inside. But you want to filter it. At that point of time, you can give. I mean, this kind of scenario might come. So what I'm doing here is I'm creating another column. It's status, and this column is related to status. If spend by is cash, then keep the status as 0, else keep it as 1. Understood my requirement? I am going to add one more column after spend by, whose name will be status. And if spend by is cash, then make it 0. The value would be 0. If else, anything else is there. If it's not cash, then it will keep it as 1. Okay, now let's go here. Now let me write the expression. Let me write the expression. Cash when spent by spend by is equal to cash, then 0. No, else, else 1. I have to end the expression and its status. Okay, let me break it down in different lines. We break it down. First thing, okay, case then spend by is cash, then 0. Spend by is friends. Okay, let me keep it here itself. Now let me start from the column. Spend by is cash, then 0, then else 1. Let me end it. Let me rename the name and let me give it a name. Now try to understand what I have done here. You have to use three inverted commas if you are keeping it if you are keeping any expression in language. Okay, what I am trying to do is, this is the keyword you have to use. Cache it. They call it cache it. That means you understood the requirement. They call it cache it. That word is called caching or cache it. Right? Prabhu, right? Caching ka बोलते हैं, Prabhu? This is the keyword. This is the keyword they use. Case. Okay, where I have typed it. Here, okay. Okay. Perfectly fine. Okay, I am doing the spend by spend case when spend by is equal to cash, then 0, else 1. And its status. Status is the new column. Looks perfectly fine. Let me run this. Okay, spend by cash, then 0. There is a lot of space. It's an indentation issue again, I think. Spend by cash, when spend by cash, then 0. Then after this is there before else. Okay, now perfect. Spend by equal to cash, then 0. Else 1. Still it is showing me some spaces are there. Spend by expecting end of function. Okay. Okay, I missed a comma here again. Come on. Okay, all good. Perfectly fine. It should work now. Previously, there was no comma just because spent by was my last column and I am ending it. But this time I'm adding a one column, so I have to give a comma over there. This time it will work perfectly. Okay, you can see the status. Perfect. There are three places where cache was there, and you can see it has taken 0 and 1 to the ones which are not cache, and again cache it is 0. Target achieved. This is kind of, they call it caching. I mean, creating something by some condition, creating a column by giving some condition if there are multi conditions. Let me do it. This is not here. This I have to change. Did I do in that part? Okay, I have done that in that part only. Control C. This part. This comma. Good. Now I am cast a column where gas is spent by is gas status 0 else 1. Okay. Then processing on DSL, everything is good. Here I have to change it. Status column added for gas 0 else gas 0 else 1. Perfect. Now let's go for last scenario of the day. Last scenario of the day. Tomorrow, not tomorrow, next Saturday, I will cover aggregation. But anyhow, this week I'm going to give you SQL practice videos and Python practice videos. I mean Python basic videos. SQL is very, very important. So it's important. It will be through 2 to 3 hour video. Just see it. It's important one. Okay. Which you use normally use in data engineering. Okay. Now let's go for the multi-filtering or multi-condition. This is a kind of condition. Okay. This is a kind of condition. Condition expression with respect to a column. This is multi-condition. Multi-condition expression. Multi-condition with respect to column. Okay. Now I am writing the requirement. Now cache a column has spent by cache its status 0. What else is there? Okay, spent by credit cache is equal to 0. Spent by is equal to credit status is 1 else 2. Else 2 spent by is equal to cache. Okay, now you understood. If it is cash, then it will make it 0. If it is credit, then it will make it 1, else 2. Then here you see what I am expecting here. Cash, it will be 0, of course 0. If it is credit, it will make it 1. If it's not credit or cash, else. If it is not satisfying both the condition, it's not cash. If it's cash, make it 0. If it is credit, make it 1. Else anything else, X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, anything else, give it 2. If there is another row which is phone pay, let it be instead of Paytm, it would be phone pay. Then there is another row by Google Pay. Then there is another row by card, anything. Then that would be 2. For now, where I am expecting 2 for this particular condition, where I am expecting 2, you can again see the condition here. where I am expecting to. Read it properly. Spend by cash, status 0. Spend by credit, status 1, else 2. Where I am expecting to. Anyone? Are you guys there?
In Paytm.
Exactly, in Paytm, we are going to get the status as 2. Okay. Let's do it. Spend by cash, then 0. Then I have to enter one more line. If spent by is hand, right? No, again I have to use when. Okay, let me do it. Spend by is gas, then spend by is equal to credit amount when spend by is credit, then 1 else 2 else. Okay, now see this one. The previous one, if else. When spent by is cash, then 0, else 1. And here there are multi conditions. When spent by is cash, then 0. When spent by is credit, then 1, else 2, and its status. I have just given another when statement here. Just added another when statement. When spent by is cash, make it 0. When spent by is credit, make it 1, else anything else. Anything else except cash and credit, make it 2. And its status column added for cash 0, 1, cash 0, credit 1, else everything 2. Okay, this is my last expression for the day. Let's run it. Okay, I can see credit 1, cash 0, all cash 0, credit 1, then Paytm is 2. All good. So we saw today the way to process something via SQL. Then we saw DSL expressions. We saw the difference, how we write here, how we write in SQL, and how we do it here in DSL. DSL is as easy as once you practice. It's easier than SQL. It's easier than SQL, but if someone has a good command in SQL, they will not never switch to DSL. But DSL is very easy. Nothing is there. Only you have to remember a few things. Like when, if you want to put some condition, you have to use when else. When else. If you want to, if you want to create one more column, you are caching something. Then you have to use that case word. Then you have to do it. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Casting condition. Okay, here is a condition. If you want to create another column, then oh, not this one. First, this is casing, right? The last one is casing. First ID and this is casing. When you want to add one more column and it is dependent upon any kind of column or any kind of condition, then we use case. Case when else. Case when else. Three things you'll see. Three things you'll see. cache. This is again I'm correcting, so you guys understand how to remember it. Then L, then N, then column name. Okay. When I want to create one more column with respect to any kind of condition, then I will use case, then the condition when spent by the column name first, the column name first, when spent by cache, then 0, else 1, and its status. This is the new column name you are giving. Second, same thing I have used to when. If there are multi-condition, you can use like that only. You can use 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 whens as per the condition, as per the requirement. Any questions? We are, I think, 4 to 5 classes away. Spark will be over. Another 8 to 9 hours. You can, if 2 hours will save, then 5 classes, 10 hours. Max 10 hours of class is remaining, but this is going to be a little tough. Now we are seeing very simple data processing. We are creating a data frame, then the columns, we are doing some concatenations, we are dropping some columns, we are adding a column with respect to some conditions, we are changing the date format, we are adding something to a integer, we are doing the uppercasing thing. All these things are very simple now, but the scenario will like come a mixture of all this, will a mixture of 3 4 tables, will a mixture of all this, and you have to find the result. You'll see it in next week, I think, on your from now onwards, next Saturday, next Sunday, maybe from next Sunday you'll start seeing those scenarios. Different scenarios. You have to use your logic. How can I resolve that scenarios? Interview few things. Theory part, he will definitely ask. He or she will definitely ask theory part. That is all those things. Leave it to me. I will give it. Leave it to me. But the only thing which is on interviewer, that is scenario. He or she will give you a scenario that you have to resolve. If you could able to resolve, then he or she can understand that this person is logically, what is that perfect word? Logically fit or perfect, logically wise. Then I mean, it depends upon the requirement. Depends upon the complexity of that project. It depends upon the. There are a lot of factors being hired. If someone is ready to join in one day, if there is a requirement for some service-based companies, they always have immediate requirements. If some project comes, they want to hire it immediately. If someone is serving last 7 days of notice period, if that person is still having a package of 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs, 30 lakhs, they can offer, they can increase that package, they can give you a new offer also. It's always better. I'm telling you again and again the things. SQL must. Spark. Once you keep typing, Spark is easy. Once you start typing, once you start understanding all those functions, all those operators, how to handle those expressions, how to write all those, Spark will be easy. But SQL, you have to prepare it properly. SQL, how to write SQL queries. And the last thing is scenario. Scenario, I'll leave it to me. I will give you the scenarios every single day. I'll give you 3 4 scenarios to solve. Not from next Saturday, but mostly from next Sunday. Mostly from next Sunday. But this week I am going to give you those SQL videos, that SQL video and those Python basics. Yeah, I'll give those videos. All good. Any questions?